Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hope we're all doing well. Uh, it's probably been like a week since I streamed this, but hope everyone's good. Hope everyone's wazzing. Um, it's time for more Higurashi. Yay! um, we'll probably be going for about 2 hours today. But yeah. Uh, we'll get into it. I've got the yeah, okay, we're all good, we're all good. Um Gotta remember where I was. Okay, cool. There's nothing in the log. We went to school. I think it's like after school or the weekend? I think it's the weekend. And oh god, I couldn't remember their names. That's Rena. Mion? Right? They're showing me, Keiichi, around town. And Mion has a gun. Why does she have that? Are we gonna address it? Then let's try it out. What are we trying out? What's happening? You there, home? Oh, right. People on the street, like, everyone knows who Keiichi is because he's a new face, and so they're like, oh, that's Keiichi. Because he's new. He's a new face. Ahahaha. Yo, Keiichi, my brother. How... Keiichi-kun. I gotta tune my Rena. Keiichi-kun. Yo, Keiichi, my brother. You say some mean things, but you're actually a kind, shy person. It's been 3 weeks since you transferred here. Your hobby is taking afternoon naps. Lately, you switched over to wearing boxers, didn't you? That's enough, that's enough! Boxers! I gotta turn my volume up some. I've been playing a lot of Hades 2 early access. I probably won't be streaming it. I might when the full game's out, but we'll see. But it's really good. So I got that on the brain. Enough of that. Apparently there is absolutely nothing you can keep hidden here. Hinamizawa was not a place to be trifled with. This feels more like you guys are showing me off rather than showing me around. That's right. We're parading around like this after all. It'll give everyone a chance to see for themselves that Kei-chan is fitting right in here in Hinamizawa. The population in Hinamizawa is shrinking, so the villagers welcome anybody who's new here. I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of, you're kidding me, but I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who'd just moved into the city like this before? Thinking about that made me believe what they said wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course, we were called out to again the same way. Oh my, good day. It's wonderful seeing you getting along. This lady here is Fujishima-san. Good day. Oh my, Mayabara-kun, how wonderful for you having a lovely girl on each arm. How are you? Getting used to life here? Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an emphatic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was. Good. They looked back over to Rena and Mion, they gave me a wink. So now then, got time to have lunch maybe? Maybe? Rena's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other. I'm a man. I'll do what I can. But it's just too much! It's fine, Kei-chan. Leave it to this old man. Mion has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I'd expect no less from the class representative. Rena, if we're gonna eat, we might as well go somewhere with a good view. Yes! Good idea. I agree! Rena nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. Cresting the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling. This here is the Furude Shrine. It's probably the place with the best view around. This place. Be sure to remember it. On our next break, a festival will be held here. Isn't it a bit too early in the season for a festival? The Watanagashi isn't a summer festival. Long ago, it used to be a celebration at the end of winter. I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer. Now then, spread out the lunchboxes, and there. Various coloured lunchboxes were placed one after the other on top of the plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all of this? Hey, Mion, it'll take more than just a good view to get all this down, you know? Good afternoon. Rika and Reina's voices are too similar when I do them. It's okay. I'm always like, oh man, I gotta do these voices. They gotta be so good. They're not good, but anyways, I gotta remember. It's fine. This is like the first. We're just starting. It's whatever. Ah, it's so bright. It was Rika-chan and Satoko. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see. This is her secret plan. The power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in place is my specialty. We just had to come here since there was such a commotion. What is the meaning of this? Take a look. It's time for lunch. Buffet style. A handmade gourmet meal by Reina. I can see that much. Why have you laid out a tarp on our property? The temple is public grounds. It's not yours. Keiichi is right. This is everyone's property. Wow, Rika-chan is such a good girl. Have a seat. Eat with us. After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Satoko. Hold on 1 second. Where is my spot? No spot for you and nothing for you to eat. Don't worry, there's some for you too. None. I'll eat all of hers. I will not allow that. Rika! Here, chopsticks. Both Satoko and I left at the boxes, having it out with each other. Man, really. Kei-chan, you're really good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this. Have a plate. One for me-chan and Rika-chan too. Reina whipped up pairs of chopsticks and paper plates. If we don't hurry, it'll all be eaten up. That's right. Okay. Shall we commence this battle? Please eat a lot. There's enough for everyone. Reina said as she opened up a thermos. Just then I realized that this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different. Here we go with the squashed CG because I want to see the CGs. I will not allow you to have this hamburger. Using your elbow is against the rules, Satoko. Grabbing the back of my collar is also against the rules. It was a tough battle, blocking her with full momentum and an elbow in the opening move. Satoko appeared to have the upper hand, but the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand. The last meatball! Satoko Hojo has been bested. Nom! Satoko and I amiably began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Seeing that made Reina blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It's almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mion advised Reina to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. This is how our meals usually go. I'd do anything in my power, just so things could stay like this. The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Receiving the tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. I do wonder why there are so few words in Japanese to praise how something tastes. Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era? It seems that long ago people ate in silence. It must have made the people preparing the food a bit sad, don't you think? It's probably because the people back then were so busy eating that they didn't have time to compliment the flavor. That's just you. Keiji-kun. But you know, just hearing that it's good makes me happy. That my effort was worth it, I mean. She blushed a little as she said that. It was delicious. With absolutely perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Reina directly with praise. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence. Oh. Oh? After Reina uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof. How? Rika-chan, I gotta take you home. No, I mean, thank you. It was really delicious. I have one collarbone. What is? I'm all good. Am I all good? We're all good. Reina flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you could almost hear it. To reward Rika-chan for her praise. Ta-da! These are special! 2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them toward Rika-chan. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. What is it, Satoko? What's with that defiant look? Has everyone prepared proper praise to receive apples from Reina-san? Don't push yourself. What kind of praise can you think up with your weak vocab? Ho ho ho! Well then, allow me to show you. After Satoko flushed Mion and me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly. Hey! So, Reina-chan's lunch? Satoko thought it was yummy too. Satoko looked up at her poutily while talking cutesy. What? How is that praise? That's not even persuasion by tears, that's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is a Reina Limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Reina! Of course, that was asking for the impossible. Reina clumped Satoko and began rubbing her cheek against her. Cute! Satoko is so cute! Take you home! Swish! Stab! Push! Satoko was also presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me again with that defiant gaze. It took her only 5 seconds to take down Reina. That's unfair, to think she had such a trick. It upsets you so much, why not reward Reina-san with some praise? Damn it! That was a dirty trick. First of all, that wasn't even a praise. Satoko, I think you've won with that, don't you? How about I show you guys something much better than your superficial gimmicks? That sounds great, Mion. What kind of trick is it? Kei-chan is gonna be the one who does it. What? Ha ha ha! Why don't I have you show me then? The writing of an old maid. The plan of attack she suggested was wicked. Wicked, dude. Hi, Pink Blanket! Hope you're doing well! But it was the only thing we had to beat Satoko. Saving money for timeout, that's good. Saving's important. I've been doing good. I got a job recently. So I started learning into that. And yeah, but was streaming Higurashi kind of job. It's working with like cats, like taking care of them. I don't want to like. But yeah, it's a pretty good job. Most of it is cleaning up after cats, but I also get to spend some time with them. So it's an ideal job. And it's like a trade, please. Yeah, I got super lucky. Once I'm done with my training, I'm mostly gonna be working on weekends. And it's like a couple hours like for a shift, so it's a casual job, but it's good. The reason, so I don't have like any qualifications. I didn't even graduate high school. Fun fact. I've never had a job before. The reason I got the job is purely because I had more experience with cats. Because I live with these cats and I've had cats all my life. But yeah. So yeah, things have been going pretty good. After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly. We're pretty early on in Higurashi. I've played the first few chapters, but we're playing from the start, no spoilers. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Perfectly. Really is good, isn't it? It's still freshly made, right?
No. Actually, most of it, almost all of it, was frozen stuff.
Then which ones did you make fresh?
Well, it's embarrassing. Do I really have to say it? Must I?
It's... You graduate high school after year 12, so it's like 18 you graduate. I'm not in high school. I dropped out. Yeah, yeah, it's around 18. Yeah. From the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria. What does that mean? This is something I'm missing. Entirely. I already know this one, right?
Huh?
This game is so many noises I have to make. Made up turn an even deeper shade of red. The words, "I can't believe it," practically written on her face.
How can you tell? How that I made it?
Of course, Mian had told me beforehand. And my shirt is like wet somewhere. This is... Thank you. Yeah, it's been good. Okay, it's okay. I think there's like a cold spot on my shirt or something, and it just keeps tripping me up. Or like, when my shirt touches my body, I'm like, what is that? I'm okay. That's such a hard thing to describe. Of course, Mian had told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher. It had your smell. Silence enveloped the area. Reina, face still completely red, froze solid. I mean, her face isn't very red right now. With a small yelp, Satoko also blushed. Of course, I did too. I sure would like to try one of Reina's handmade apple rabbits. Or something. Even if this is all because I was competing against Satoko, it felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Then at that moment... Whoosh! It was a Tupperware container. No, I'm not losing my voice this early in the stream. Let me hydrate. If I lose my voice, like not even 20 minutes into the stream, I'm gonna cry. It's a Tupperware container filled with rabbits.
Please, it's okay, Chikun. That's plenty for you.
Walk! Instantly, dozens of the apples were shoved into my mouth, knocking me over.
Okay, okay, Chikun.
My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth while she was squealing. One apple after another was forced into my mouth. More and more apples. What am I even playing, man? What am I doing? Hey Chan, that was a beautiful sacrifice. How's that, Satoko? This is our complete victory, isn't it? But when's the murder mystery stop, hmm?
I can't believe it. Such trickery! It doesn't bother me at all.
Satoko ground her teeth, mortified. We did it! I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. Farewell, Keiichi-kun. At that time, Reina stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized something. That's what she realized.
Mika-chan, you're not eating it? Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe? maybe?
Looking over, Rika-chan had pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it into her cupped hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do.
Poor Mr. Rabbit. I feel sorry for him. I want to save him.
Boy! That was the sound of blood spurting from Reina's nose.
Cute. Tonight, I'll take you home.
She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Then, coming back to her senses, she took all of the apples around me, gathered them up with a flip, and fixed them back up on a plate.
No, they're all just fine, okay? Here, I'll give them to you, Rika-chan, okay? Okay.
Rika-chan raised up Satoko's head like a referee after having that plate of rabbits shoved to her. She whispered,
This is our victory.
What? What? A comeback! Thus my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Well, that was great. Honestly, the descriptions of like all the like super like anime, like, you know, blood splitting from the nose and then flip, getting all the apples. It's really good descriptions. I can see exactly what, you know, the writer is going for. I see it in my brain. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. Also, I know that there is like anime for Higurashi. Not gonna watch it. I've heard really good things about it. But that's something I'll probably look at once I've finished all of Higurashi. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. Later, Reina and Kei-chan. See you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time.
See you tomorrow.
Satoko and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended with just Reina and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home.
Thanks for coming today, Keiichi-kun. Was it fun?
Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now.
Then, well, would you mind taking a little detour? Maybe?
Detour? Is it far?
It's a bit of a walk, but Keiichi-kun.
I gotta tune her voice.
But it won't take long.
As we'd been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing right now, I quietly nodded. Traversing a small path up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, it looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper.
It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here.
When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was with this garbage pile?
It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure.
Reina had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. Does that mean there was something cute here?
Whoa, a new pile. I can't wait.
She descended the unstable slope with ease. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming! Whoa! My city-raised self was completely pitiful.
It's alright, just stay right there, Keiichi-kun. Won't take long.
Reina kindly declined my accompaniment. I gotta stay hydrated. The issue with me streaming like once a week, like this irregularly, is that when I come back to streaming, my voice is like so not prepared for it. and then I'm like, okay, I'm like busy. But I'm probably not working until later this like coming week, so I think I'm probably gonna be able to stream again. Like maybe Monday and stuff. Anyways, don't fall. Watch your step.
I'm fine. This is nothing at all.
Literally bounding among the heaps of trash, Rena disappeared from sight. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively Rena around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. Cry of the Higurashi. Oh! Oh, the Higurashi is crying! Gently cooled the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. What's the button for sprites? F1? I wanna just see these. I've seen them before, but it's been a while. Oh wow, oh my god. Full screen jump scare. Holy shit, he's shredded in this one. Oh, it's... Okay, when I switch between them, and it goes like to full screen back to like this, the texting isn't squished up properly. Oh, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I feel like it was different. That's fine. But whoa. Surprised me. I was startled when I turned around. He overplayed his reaction. It's definitely not right. This is bugging me. This is gonna bug me forever, oh god. Hold on, what if we... Let's just save and then load it. Am I going insane? Is that it? Is that it? What if I quickly load this? I think I'm going insane, guys. I think I'm losing it, actually. Well, this started when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's surprised here. My bad, my bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinamizawa? I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious gaze, he introduced himself without prompting. I'm Tomitake, freelance photographer. I come to Hinamizawa from time to time. By the way, I completely forgot what his voice sounds like. So I'm just going with something. Not that I would be able to accurately replicate it at all, anyways. But you know. I didn't ask who you were. Nobody asked Tomitake. Right, rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad, my bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. Ha ha ha! Dude, you're kind of just coming across as creepy. Like, I don't know, like, okay, that's fine. Like, photos of wild birds, sure, that's cool. When you put it like that, that's just really creepy. So what, you're saying I'm the same as the birds? No, well, you see, that image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he butted me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Reina would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself.
Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now.
Reina popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. You have someone with you? What would she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. Dunno. Maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. The stretching is definitely off. Like, the text box, it's definitely off. And it's bothering me so fucking much. It's really bugging me. No, I don't think there's anything I can do. Okay, it's what up. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Oh, I responded like I would if I were talking with Reina and the others. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms.
Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you. You're waiting a while, I guess.
Okay, no, this is definitely wrong. This is not right. I gotta- okay, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna exit the menu. And I'm gonna reload it. Because I'm not happy. Because my model is covering some of it and it wasn't covering it at all before. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna restart the game. I'm gonna restart it. Hold on. Because it'll drive me mad for the whole stream. Okay. Alright. And it'll all be fine now. It'll all be great. It's not. It's not great. Oh. Oh. This is that what I had it on before? Hold on, I don't want it to like break. I fixed it. That's all it took. See, that makes sense. Okay, alright. I'd best leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for startling you, Keiichi-kun. That's so normal. Tomitake-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit.
Keiichi-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder.
It wasn't Reina's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove?
Oh, yes. So listen. You see, there was Colonel Sanders' doll.
Colonel Sanders' doll? Whoa, that thing. Those statues they always have out in front of that fried chicken place. That life-size dummy?
Yes, Colonel Sanders. Cute. I need to take it home.
I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but, well, she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just take it home, right?
It's become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lamppost over there, so it'll get pretty dark soon.
Reina seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out. To repay you for that delicious picnic you prepared today.
Thank you.
Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us.
Keiichi-kun is gonna help. I can take Colonel Sanders home. Oh.
Reina staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey, Reina. Long ago, did something happen here?
Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details though. Oh.
Just wondering if you knew about it, you know. An accident or something.
I don't know.
Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Reina quickly lightened her expression.
Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago.
Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that...
So you see, I don't really know much from before that. Sorry.
Don't really know, don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It's quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. It's just like Tomitake-san said. And I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. Wow. Disturbing incident, wow. New tips unlocked. Tips acquired. My Bottom Manor. Damn Site Murder. Newspaper edition. Alright, let's go. Let's save. Let's look at these. The Mayabata Manor. What is wrong with my shirt today? I'm so confused. I'm all good. So, Kate-chan, you're not stinking rich? What is this all of a sudden? Did I come to school on a limo before? How much do you get for a monthly allowance? About $10?
My, that's a rather plebeian amount. His lunch is made up of normal stuff. He isn't rich.
What are they talking about? To be asked out of nowhere how much you get and then told that it's a plebeian amount.
Sorry.
Reina seemed to pick up on my dubious expression and started giggling. Kei-chan, your house, you know. It's pretty big, yeah? So the architecture has people all around Hinamizawa calling it the Mayabata Manor, and it sort of stands out. Mayabata Manor?
Since the house is so big, everybody is gossiping, wondering exactly how rich you are.
I see. Now I get it. Well, the frame of it is huge. I see how it could cause some misunderstandings.
From my deduction, I wager they spent too much money on building the house, and that is why they are now broke. Being broke, how very, very unfortunate.
Vika-chan took pity on me as she patted my head. I go from being treated like a millionaire to a beggar. Yeah, sorry for ruining your imagination, but we aren't millionaires or poor. We're the image of a normal, average household. You can't call it normal with that huge house. The entranceway is all grand and the gate is large enough for a large truck to get through. That's not normal at all. They do say the bigger your house, the more prosperous you are. The reason the house is so big is because Dad's studio is in it too. There are a bunch of different workshops and lots of his works are hung up in different places. All of them are huge too. For those reasons, the family actually uses only a third of the house for day-to-day living. He planned it out so people and cards could come in to see the gallery he opens up in the house someday. By the way, the entranceway Mion is talking about is the one for the studio, and is normally sealed off. The entranceway to the Mayabata family actually uses is a very plain and simple one. The interior is much different from how it looks on the outside. I'd really like a chance to explore Kei-chan's house, claiming not to be rich, but having a home like that. What could be hidden there?
Maybe there's something cute hidden. How... They probably had no money to purchase furniture, so it's filled with Spartan rooms. Spartan rooms? If there are carpeted rooms, I would love to try rolling around on the floor. Wow, that'd be great, so great. I want to roll around too.
Seems like their imaginations are just piling on. Makes me think of when we, this was quite a while ago. We got like a fluffy shaggy rug, and when we got it, my brother and I were much younger. My brother would like, I don't know what he was even doing, but he was like rubbing his face on it, and he got carpet burn on his nose. Seems like their imaginations were just piling on. Well, sometime in the near future, it wouldn't be too bad to invite them all to my house. Dad is a sucker for the ladies, so we might even let them look around his studio. The ladies. They are children. The cry of the Higurashi crescendoed as the sky towered over everything. It was hot, but the air was clear. It smelled like the beginning of summer. The damn site murder/dismemberment, newspaper edition. We go from, this is Keiichi's house, murder/dismemberment. From the June XX 1979 edition. The Shishibone City Okinomiya Police Station, June XX, late at night. Suspects were arrested on suspicion of murder and improper disposal of a corpse. The main offender, has been added to the wanted list nationwide. According to our sources, the 6 suspects were at the Hinamizawa Dam construction site on the at 9 PM, where they are suspected to have assaulted and murdered the site overseer as a group, dismembering his body and hiding it. On the at 8 o'clock in the morning, a report was filed by the Shishibone City Hospital in which a male suspect alluded to having murdered Mr. When questioned at the police station, the individual confessed to the crime. Since a portion of the body was recovered at the location he gave, he was arrested that afternoon on suspicion of murder and mutilation of a corpse. The rest of the suspects were arrested the same day, but the main culprit is still at large. Police are currently on his trail. The motive is reported to be a drunken verbal dispute, during which he killed the victim in a fit of anger. However, as there are multiple inconsistencies with the testimonies, the investigation is ongoing. Well, that's great. Anyways, let's go back to this cute and fluffy game. Don't even worry about that. Don't even stress. Let's go. Colonel Sanders. Of course, that's right up our alley. I understand her wanting to take back Satoko and Rika-chan. But I can't understand the Colonel Sanders. What's so good about that four-eyed geezer? Probably better to hear it from Reina, don't you think?
She'd probably just say, because it's so cute.
There. Does Reina often go to the construction site to hunt for treasure?
Every now and then she says she's going to have a look.
But a girl her age rummaging around in garbage is, well...
If Reina enjoys it, then I think it's fine.
What are they doing over there? Dam construction? Dam construction! It had been bugging me since yesterday, like an itch I couldn't scratch. It was cancelled a long time ago.
Everyone gathered together and fought against it.
Hearing an ominous word like fought come from Rika-chan's mouth startled me. That's right. It was unbelievable. They said Hinamizawa would be sunk into the reservoir and we had no say in the matter. So I'm only able to be here because the protest succeeded.
I'm sorry. I didn't keep you, did I? Did I? My deepest apologies, Keiichi-san. It took me a while to powder my nose.
You have no nose! Satoko, wait to use the can until you really have to go. It's a lot easier since it shoots right— What the fuck, Keiichi? You're so fucking weird.
Eek. How dare you speak that way to a maiden of unparalleled beauty such as myself?
Who is she calling a maiden? If Satoko really was a maiden, she wouldn't have reacted like that. The usual hijinks ensued. Such a good sentence. Indeed. The usual hijinks indeed did. I forgot the next word. Ensued. Now then, gentlemen. In accordance with the rules of our society, I bring a point to discussion. He, Keiichi Mayabara-kun, wishes to be included as a member in our activities. What say you?
Reina has no objection. Oh, I wonder if the likes of this peasant is up to the task. Me and Satoko both approve.
The three that Mion had queried voiced their approval. And unanimous decision. Congratulations, Keiichi Mayabara-kun. I present to you the honor of being allowed to take the entrance exam for our club. Start from the beginning. I didn't say I would join. What club is this? What our club does, you see. In order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities under different sets of rules. Sometimes they are in your favor. And sometimes they work against you.
I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer if you didn't single me out. Let's try to get along.
You're so naive, Reina.
The law of the jungle is survival of the fittest.
This was starting to sound a bit sketchy. So what kind of club was it?
To sum it up, it's a club where we play games together.
Rika-chan was the only one to answer my question with a pertinent response. So basically this club put Mion's hobby of collecting games to use. By playing the various games that Mion had hoarded every day. It seemed that, depending on the day, there were prizes for the winner or a penalty for the person who finished in last place. I'll make this clear right now. We aren't playing house here. We should treat each win or loss as if our life depends on it, alright? What's wrong with just having fun? Don't make it sound so crazy. The first rule of our society. Aim only for first place. Going at it half-assed just because it's a game is not allowed.
Rule number 2 of our society. For that reason, you are obligated to make all possible efforts.
The way Satoko said it, it sounded like she was saying use any means necessary. Yeah, that's exactly what she said.
Of course, I will do my best too. Pretty weak, but I'm trying my best.
I knew what they were trying to say. In a game where everybody's aiming for the top, it's rather unsportsmanlike to play just for fun. Alright, then I too will go all out. With that, I was finally ready for the rite of initiation, my baptism into the club. A word of warning, Kei-chan. It can get pretty nasty. This initiation looks like it's gonna be rough. Mion began fishing around in the student lockers in the back of the room. They have the games here at the school? Well, it's club equipment, so I guess that's fine. Complicated games will put Kei-chan at a disadvantage, so today we'll play a game that you should be familiar with. How about a standard card game? Like Old Bachelor. I feel like that was meant to be delivered a lot more dramatically with that sound effect. Alright, let's do this. Can't really get into it unless there's a penalty. This time, the loser will be sentenced to having their face drawn on. What do you think?
Whoa, maybe a permanent marker, right? Right?
Permanent. She wants to draw on our faces with permanent marker?
That is perfect!
Satoko cheered the idea on. She didn't even flinch at the thought of such a severe penalty. It seemed like she was raring to go. If it's gonna be like this, then I can't lose either. And then I'll just cut the deck and start dealing. Old Bachelor is pretty much the same as Old Maid. What's Old Maid? There's only one difference, there's no Joker. Old Maid. Card game. 19th century American card game for 2 or more players. Under the names Old Maid when played by girls or Old Bachelor when played by boys. What is... It should explain it, right? I don't understand card games, man. I just don't. The only one I kind of get is, what's it called? The one that's in Persona 5. The Tycoon card game. That's the only one I know because I played that in Persona 5 Royal. So there's no Joker. In its place, one card is pulled out at the start. Meaning there'll be one card without a match left over at the end. You don't know which card will end up being the Joker. It's a pretty thrilling game. What? Old maid rules. Okay, WikiHow. Okay, if you're using a standard deck, remove 3 queens. What's that a joke from my deck? Shuffle the cards. Deal the cards. Remove the pairs in your hand. Each player should assess the card. Okay, find pairs, place each pair face up in front of you. Pack cards by rank and color for more comp. What the fuck? The dealer hold out their cards face down to the player on their left. The dealer should fan out the cards to the player to the back of each one. With the player to the left, pick a card. Pick any card they want from the dealer's hand. Then without showing anyone the card they added to their own hand, to make a pair with any of their current cards, they should put the pair down in front of them face up. Going in clockwise until there's one card left. The player that just picked up a card from the dealer should hold their cards to the player on their left. The player should select a card and check for pairs. Player holding the old maid card which has no pair is the loser. Okay, alright. So you go around, you're putting down pairs, and the last person who has the card, or the leftover card that doesn't have a pair, loses. Alright. So alright, so they don't know who the Joker is the difference. They just make a random card, the Joker. I'll take out the card now. Leon took out one card and left it face down on the table. Everybody stared at the card intently. Well, it'll be pretty obvious in the endgame. No way to tell at the start. But the rest of them were very serious. They didn't seem as relaxed as I was. They compared their cards to the one face down, all while gauging each other's reactions. All the while. That's what it said. It was as if they could see what the face down card was. No, it couldn't be. This deck is pretty worn out. No way. Can everyone tell by the scratches what the card on the table is?
Remember the second rule of our society. Keiichi-san must try his hardest to win as well. A number of cards are quite unique. Keiichi-kun should be able to remember them pretty quickly.
She said that so matter-of-factly. Suits me fine. Don't think a little thing like that can be your crutch. I lashed out angrily, but it was rather obvious I was at a disadvantage. After all, they'd gone so far as to memorize the wear and tear for each individual card. This wasn't a simple game of Old Bachelor. If this was a test, then they were playing with the answer sheet in front of them. Higurashi's great so far. I'm having a ball. I've played through the first 2 chapters a little while ago, so we're going through them again as if like I haven't played those, but I'm really enjoying going through it. It's really fun. I'm remembering things and I can't wait to get to like new stuff as well. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Bring it. I'll take advantage of your carelessness and beat you at your own game. The baseless confidence would soon be crushed. How about I tell you your hand starting from the right? 3, 4, 9, Jack, Queen. Cute right in the corner, yes. She's there, from last stream. I had a break about halfway through to rest my voice, and I did a little doodling. So that's probably going to be a bit of a common occurrence. I feel like the sides are going to be filled up very quickly with little doodles, but, you know. Yeah, it was just a quick little doodle on stream. Yeah, I don't do a lot of art streams lately, but with a game like this where It's basically like I'm reading a book. It does a number on my voice, so so that I can like keep going for a little longer. I'm trying to get into the habit of taking a little break. Wow.
Yeah. By the way, the Bachelor is the Jack of Diamonds.
Wow.
I can tell what they are even if you switch them around. I am out.
Oh. I thought I was prepared, but for it to be this brutal, just overwhelming. Demons. You're all demons. Reina isn't a demon, are you?
Sorry, Keiichi-kun. This is the Three of Hearts, isn't it? I'm out.
Ah! Not even a hint of mercy. Reina, even Rika-chan. This club activity is one to be trifled with. And alumnus of this club. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I know how that word. I know the word. I know the word now. At first I was like, what the fuck do you mean by that? But like, alumni. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, anyways. Okay, continuing on. Would definitely survive in the cruelest of situations. Our entire class had self-detonating collars strapped to their necks and were dropped into a deathmatch on a deserted island. These guys would probably take to it like fish to water. You can already picture their joy as they hunt down each of their classmates. It's a lowest point system. The order itself dictates the points. Whoever has the lowest point total wins.
Since Keiichi finished last, he has 5 points.
It's already a 5 marked down on my scoreboard.
I think it's unfair to Keiichi-kun if we don't use a new deck.
It's fine, it's fine. Kei-chan is a man after all. He can turn the tables even if the odds are stacked against him, right?
It's fitting for a lowly peasant to scamper home and soak their pillow in tears, don't you think?
A petite hand laid itself on top of my head, which was trembling from uncontainable frustration. It was Rika-chan's.
I wanna say like, fight the oh. Keep on fighting, yeah.
Thanks to Rika-chan's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. You need to be calm, especially when you're cornered. That's the power I couldn't muster during this crisis. Think clearly, Keiichi Maebara. Take your time and look at the cards carefully. It's just as Reina said, several of the cards have their own distinct markings, making them stand out. Memorizing them should be pretty simple. Think about what you can do in this situation. Try everything in your power to improve your chances of victory.
Oh, great, Keiichi-kun. Just like that.
Covered the uniquely marked cards with my hands or other cards, arranging them in such a way that they couldn't be seen.
The one with the ripped corner should be the 5, and I'm out.
Couldn't let any of those precious hints slip by me. All information is a weapon. Then it was my turn. Satoko fanned out her cards for me. See, I want the 7. Is it this one?
I wonder about that. You won't know unless you take it.
There was a bit of dismay in her expression. Like she doesn't want it taken. That kind of expression. I wouldn't let that momentary laugh slip by me. I know! It's this one! Got it. 7 of spades! A cheer of ooh rang out.
What is this? The 7 should be the hardest one of all to tell apart.
It wasn't from memorizing the markings. Those slight changes in their expressions as I was selecting a card were enough. Can't hide it from me, Kei-chan. This mark means it's the 2 of diamonds. What? She was startled by her own misread. Of course everyone else was too.
Whoa, it's rare that Mi-chan gets a card wrong.
No. Kei-chan, could it be you? Got a favorite character? Ooh. Honestly, I think I like Reina the most. She's just so silly. I also think Rika's really cute as well. They told them apart by different marks. The mark was a nail scratch, so I put a new one on it.
You think he disguised it as the 2 of diamonds? What an impressive show of wit. Keiichi landed a clean hit. Clap, clap, clap. That's great, Keiichi-kun. That was an incredible match, you know? You know?
Having defeated the Forerunner Mion, my brilliant battle left me ecstatic. But by total points, it was already set in stone that Mion would win and I would finish last. I laughed haughtily, selecting the tone of my voice carefully to get on Mion's nerves. Well, I'm going to head up the loser, but I'm satisfied with one-upping Mion at the end. Wahahaha! That should be the proverbial slap in the face to Mion, who's at the top and already ensured victory. But even if Kei-chan gets first place this round, he'll still end up last place overall. Don't you hate that? Of course I do! Let's have a duel. One chance. If you win, then we'll swap first and last place. How about it? You up for it? She fell for it. A chance for an upset that wouldn't be possible without goading her into it. One chance, you say? Let me hear the rules. Mion discarded 2 cards from her hand and replaced one with the Joker card that was on the table, then shuffled the resulting hand behind her back. I need some water. The card in my right, or the card in my left. If Kei-chan can guess which hand the Joker's in, then he wins. You turned around just now. You didn't pull out the Joker, did you? If you lose, I'll show the card in the other hand. That okay? The other 3 gulped nervously at this unexpected turn of events. Alright. You've got it. Mion grasped one hand in each card. One card in each hand and thrust them out at me. First I needed to inspect them closely. The card on the right had no distinguishing marks. I couldn't tell which one it was.
Which one, I wonder? Keiichi-kun, be careful.
Yeah, of course. This is my chance for a big comeback. Looking closely at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It wasn't one I hadn't seen before.
That card is...
Didn't let that bit from Satoko slip by me. Mion clucked her tongue. I didn't recognize the mark on the left card from the small number that I had memorized. I didn't know what the left card was, but I could tell from Satoko's reaction that the card had already appeared during the game. Since it had already appeared before... it meant that it definitely wasn't the Joker. Ooh. Kei-chan thinks it's the one on the right? Will you choose that one then? Will you? The left card definitely wasn't the Joker. If I could trust that theory, then I should have been able to declare that the card to the right was the Joker. Even without Mion's taunting, the one on the right was the most suspicious. Wasn't it a bit too rash to decide based solely on Satoko's reaction? More carefully... I remember now. That mark, the left card, no doubt about it. 7 of clubs.
It's 7 of clubs. I see.
I've won! The card on the left was the 7 of clubs. So that meant the card on the right was the Joker! And then, just before my hand touched the right card, I froze. I would expect no less from you. There's a wave of murmurs amongst the onlookers at my sudden halt, right before I confirmed the right card was the Joker.
Huh? What could Keiichi-san possibly be saying? I mean, the left one is...
Shh. Ooh. What makes you so certain that the right one isn't the Joker, Kei-chan? Mion let loose an unexpected question. Everyone else was baffled. I don't know what the card on the right could be, but I know that the one on the left is the 7 of clubs.
Then, doesn't that leave the right one as the Joker? One of them has to be the Joker, right?
Yeah. One of those is the Joker, right?
Keiichi has good intuition. Huh? Mika-chan, what do you mean by...
So basically, the 7 of clubs, I discarded that by matching it with Satoko's 7 of spades earlier. Everyone's attention snapped to the discarded pile at the same time. The truth of the matter couldn't be discerned from that sloppy pile. That means Mion pocketed one of the discarded cards, then aligned it over the left card, and that means...
I see, I get it. This left card is being disguised as a 7 of clubs, right?
It was the first time since the start of the match that a shadow ran across Mion's expression, and I didn't let that slip by. Then, with a grand flourish, I declared it loudly. The Joker is the left one! It was an intense moment. That 1 second felt like an eternity for everyone there. Breaking that silence, the first one to speak was Mion. Being the first president of this club, I've been witness to a variety of performances. Kei-chan, yours is. The best. The best of the best of the best. That's probably the greatest compliment Mion could give. Mion accepted her defeat, dropping the cards from both hands. My comeback victory! Rika-chan placed her hand on my head and began petting it, congratulating me on my victory.
Huh? Rika-chan is...
Reina and Satoko gaped at us, as if they'd seen a ghost. What is it, Reina? It's not as if I cheated or anything, right? This is fair and square.
Rika only pets someone on the head to console them.
Huh? What's the meaning of... At that moment, Reina let out a small shriek.
Keiichi-kun! This is how it was?
You know, Kei-chan, I thought you'd read into it that far. Everyone froze. No, it was just me. It was a gamble. If you had just jumped to conclusions like a little brat, then I would have lost. It was the answer everyone was certain about. Mion picked up the card from the losing hand. Kei-chan, you know, you should take pride in this loss. She turned it around. That was the card that proclaimed the victor of this duel. Card under the 7 of clubs. Unbelievable, it was the 2 of diamonds! It was a setup behind the setup! If I just picked the right one without reading so deeply into it. I, Mion Sonozaki, as the club president, do accept Keiichi Mayabata's membership into our club. As I slumped to my knees, dazed, everybody let out a round of applause for the excellent effort I gave despite my defeat. The match is now over. Today's victor is me, Mion Sonozaki, and our exalted loser is Keiichi Mayabata. Everyone made a commotion, applauding cheerfully. I felt I was bested, but I was so soundly beaten that it unexpectedly felt rather refreshing.
When Mi-chan pulled that little trick behind her back, I got excited thinking she's gonna do it again. When Keiichi-san stopped a moment before touching the correct card, I thought he fell for it. He fell for it quite handily, like how Reina's hand is in front of my face.
Huh? Hey, wait. All of them knew it from the start and still got so excited so earnestly?
Everyone got excited to make it more fun.
You're all demons! You monsters! Now then, Kei-chan, it's time for your penalty. This is your first day participating. I'll go easy, okay? It would be a problem if you refuse to come to school. The other 3 members held down my arms and shoulders firmly. Mion approached, licking her lips. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. That's a felt tip marker! And it's a giant permanent one! Okay, here we go! She took the cap off the marker and brought it slowly up to my face while I was immobilized. No, no! I let out my death throes. And that's the last we have saw of Keiichi. It's good fun. The game, I just... The way that it's written and everything is described is just so... It's so descriptive and you can just see it all. Like, it's so good. Like, even... Like... I mean, not that the, like, newer sprites and stuff, I don't think that they changed that much. That it's still, like, the same medium, really. It's just... It's really good. I love it. I love that about, Echo too. Since the club activities were finished, Reina flew off. Probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders that she wasn't able to take home yesterday. So today was just Mion and me walking home together. A rather rare occurrence. Mountain of treasure, huh? The guys throwing it away probably never thought in their wildest dreams that Reina would be grateful to them. Mountain of treasure, meaning that damn construction site from before. Oh, right. Mion would probably tell me. And that murder by dismemberment that seemed to have happened there. Over there, you know what? That damn construction site. That damn construction... Every time! It's just like... That damn construction site. Did something happen there? Long ago? Something shuddered. A grand battle. There was sit-ins and demonstrations. It's a bit different from what I wanted to hear, but I decided I'd listen just the same. It was our land that was going to be sunk into the damn reservoir. That damn reservoir! I would have fought as well, probably. The government guys were really adamant about it. Acting all big and full of themselves. As they figured out that they couldn't settle it with money, they did a bunch of nasty stuff. They were nasty guys. Mion spoke excitedly, as if the whole thing was happening right in front of her. I'm amazed you guys won. You're facing the federal government, right? The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with legislators. As a result, the development plan was retracted. It was our complete victory. There wasn't any violence, was there? Like assaults or murders? None. She promptly cut me off. The same as Reina had. Her words signaled the end of the discussion. Tomitake-san said one arm wasn't found in the incident. I thought that a murder by dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. My curiosity unsated, I sighed dejectedly inside. Later. See you tomorrow. Kei-chan, can't wash that off until you get home, got it? I got it, I won't. Mion held back her laughter while stealing glances at my face. Wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. Damn you, Mion. You shall rue this day. If our roles are ever reversed, I'm gonna go all out. All over his face so you won't be able to take it off, even with a scouring pad. Upon arriving home, I ran straight into my room, embarrassing myself. Upon arriving home, I ran straight into my mom, embarrassing myself yet again. The mood I'd come home to was already on edge. It's not an uncommon thing in our family. Whenever Dad can't come up with a good idea, it always ends up like this. He stomps around the house with his arms crossed. Mom whispered into my ear. Welcome home, Keiichi. Dad, he's in a bit of a rut right now, so don't bother him, okay? Can't come up with a new idea? It's because the deadlines are so close together this time. But Dad needs time to recharge or he doesn't work as well. Dad's paintings feed our entire family. If he runs out of ideas, then it's the end of the Mayobaras. We've never gone hungry before. Could we admit that my dad is a master painter? Would it be easy to get an idea taking a walk outside rather than wandering around the house? The theme of the piece this time is in the household, so it seems your dad wants to use this house as a motif. It's quite a bothersome motif. Keiichi, tidy your room for once in a while. It looks terrible. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. Oh, come on, please don't use my room as the motif. Keiichi, there's still some time before dinner, so please go take a walk out back or something. Dad's moods are only temporary. As soon as he gets an idea, his mood improves and he starts humming. Until then, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just go take a walk so I don't aggravate him further. Well, I guess I will then. Did he wash the marker off his face? Or is it still there? It doesn't say that he did, like, get it off, but... Anyways. So I was gonna take a walk, but I didn't have any particular destination in mind. I just need to kill some time. I got on my bike and pondered where to go. I could just go read at the bookstore, but it would take about an hour by bike to get to town. It would be dark by the time I got back, so I didn't want to go unless I had to. The roads at night here in Hinamizawa creep me out. If Mion or Satoko ever found out about that... I smiled wryly. Oh yeah. Reina was probably still at the Mountain of Treasure. That damn construction site! The excavation of Colonel Sanders was probably taking her a while. The excavation of Colonel Sanders! So funny. Don't they, I think, in the... cause I am playing this modded. I think like in the... At least like in the voice lines, they call him something different, I assume, like for copyright. But yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't be so bad to have Oromi one. She might return the favor next time we have club activities. With a little bit of self-interest in mind, I set off towards the damn construction site. I know... I think I'm just not gonna be able to help myself. And every time it's like the damn construction site or the damn reservoir. I'm just gonna have to read it like that because I just can't control myself. I have no self-control. And I love jokes that go on for way too long. Tomitake-san might be there as well. The only person with information about the incident that both Rena and Mion denied knowing anything about. If I met him again, I'd like to ask for more details. to ask, was there really a dismemberment here in Hinamizawa? That was my real intention. I spotted Rena struggling up on the slope of the garbage pile. Looked like Colonel Sanders was lodged in there pretty firmly. Didn't look like Rena would be able to excavate him by herself. Realizing that Tomitake-san wasn't around, I began climbing down the slope unsteadily. Hey, Rena! Looks like you're working up a sweat.
Whoa, Keiichi-kun. What brings you to a place like this?
Place like this, huh? I see. She's aware of it at least. I received a signal for emergency assistance at the accident site. Where is the injured body?
Huh? Accident? Huh?
There was a report Colonel Sanders was buried alive in the trash pile.
Huh? Oh, Dad, you scared me. Don't frighten me like that, Keiichi-kun.
I was just kidding. I thought you might be struggling by yourself, so I came to help you out.
Huh? You came for me? How?
Well, I filled my quota for today. If I don't see Rena blush at least once a day, then I'm not getting my daily required nutritional intake. Just kidding. You're embarrassing me now.
So, huh? What part? Where's the joke? What part was it?
I just ignored her bewilderment. Okay, now I'll move out of the way. So where is Colonel Sanders?
Sorry. Can you see him in that gap?
He's really buried in there. The Colonel Sanders was sideways, surrounded by boards and other construction materials, like they were caging him inside. According to Rena, it wasn't like this yesterday. It seems as though another illegal dumper came yesterday, dumped again, now he's buried like this. You're trying to move this pile all by yourself? With those scrawny arms? There's no way she would be able to do that with her slender arms.
But Colonel Sanders is so cute. There's a chain on the Colonel Sanders at the store, but this one there, I should be able to take this one home. Oh.
If Rena gave up on this Colonel Sanders, she'll probably start devising a plan to steal the one in front of the store. As Rena's guardian, I won't allow her to sully her hands with crime. Out of the way. I'll do it. Rena blushed again, but this time I left it alone. The pile was enormous. Also, the more days we wasted, the more likely another illegal dumping would occur. If it got buried any deeper, there would be nothing that could be done.
Keiichi-kun, I'll help too. Let me help.
You just get in the way, so stay back.
Well, goodbye.
Pulling out scraps, bending them, tossing them aside. I quickly became covered in sweat and dust. Flying objects drew beautiful arcs across the twilight sky, one after another. Lumber, timber, plywood. Damn it! No matter how much I threw out, there was still more. Even though I could see Colonel Sanders right there. After grandstanding like that in front of Rena, I felt frantic because of how little I had progressed. I was gonna do this seriously. I need an axe or a saw or something.
That's enough, Keiichi-kun. You're so sweaty. Don't have to try so hard.
I'm just doing it for you, Rena. Don't worry about it. Rena began sputtering and turned beet red. Whoops. I meant I was trying to say my best so as to keep her from becoming a criminal. Oh well. I guess I just need a break. This is pretty tough. I sprawled on my back over the grassy slope.
I'm so sorry. You're covered in sweat.
Rena patted her handkerchief against my forehead. It felt pretty nice.
Well, wait here a minute, okay? My house is pretty close. I'll bring you some barley tea, okay?
Leaving the handkerchief on my forehead, Rena took off running.
Yawn.
The cries of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. You know, I posed a question in the title. When did they start crying already? The Higurashi have cried many times. You know, the title of this game, it doesn't lie. After I was certain that Rena was gone, I picked myself up and headed towards what I discovered earlier. That was a garbage pile of magazines and newspapers bound up in twine. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe it was around here. There it was. They were bound stacks of not-so-reputable tabloids. They were stacked chronologically, going back quite a few years. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. If it was just as Tomitake-san said, then undoubtedly there would be mention of the murder. These are troubled times. There is no end to these sickening incidents. There's a large part of society drawn in by these incidents as well. So it had to be recorded. Somewhere. I unfastened the packages and opened the rain-soaked pages carefully, looking over the table of contents. Not here. Next one. Not here. Next one. It was hard to search since I didn't know when it happened. I didn't know who the perpetrator or the victim was either. I only knew it had happened here. I looked up every so often, checking to see if Reina had come back or not. I wouldn't want her to see me gawking at a dirty magazine, but it wasn't just that. Both Reina and Mion said they didn't know. But it had happened, without a doubt. As long as Tomitake-san wasn't lying. Then if both Reina and Mion... yeah, there was. They just said that, then I wouldn't have gotten so hung up on it. An incident that neither Reina nor Mion wished to talk about. Trying to uncover it after they tried to conceal it out of good intentions? It made me feel like I was acting against my friends. Hinamizawa Dam Walker lynching, murder by dismemberment! Here it is. The featured article was in the back, and it seemed that there was a photograph in the coloured pages at the front. The pages of the featured article were stuck together and weren't easy to open. Reina could return at any moment. Feeling rushed, I gave up and opened the photograph page. The police investigators were carrying a body bag and newspaper reporters were all bathing it in camera flashes. The image was blurry and hard to understand, but I could definitely make out the headlines. A tragic nightmare at the Hinamizawa construction site, lynching and murder/dismemberment. The victim was the site foreman. He had assaulted his assailants daily with an explosive backlash from his daily actions. It's a horrible image to see the site foreman as. It happened. It really did happen. It seemed the details were on the next page. I turned the page without pausing. On it was... The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. Then used an axe to split the cadaver into 6 pieces: the head, arms, legs, and torso. I can understand just from the headline that it was just too terrible an incident. Normally a lynching is just assault and murder, right? Dismemberment with hatchets and pickaxes? That wasn't a lynching. It was a merciless killing to the letter, a brutal murder done by a group of people. With hatchets. With pickaxes. With a hatchet. Ah!
So sorry. Did I startle you? Did I startle you?
Reina dropped the hatchet she was holding onto the grass after being startled by my voice.
Keiichi-kun, you see earlier, yeah, you said it would help if you had an axe or something, didn't you? So then I brought a hatchet for you from the shed.
Reina fluttered her arms in a panic, continuing to explain and apologize. It seemed I'd been glaring at her pretty intensely. I'm sorry. I guess my reaction was a bit overboard.
Oh no, I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry.
Night was drawing close. I was pretty worn out, and it wouldn't hurt to do the rest tomorrow. Let me have some water. Stay hydrated, everyone. Doesn't look like we can break that last beam without that hatchet. You brought it after all. I'll have to borrow it tomorrow, alright?
Okay.
Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be digging out Colonel Sanders, right?
You're right. I really want to take Colonel Sanders home soon.
We both knew that it was useless to apologize any more than that. I quenched my thirst with the barley tea Reina brought and wiped off the sweat that had now gone cold. We took the path to head home. Felt quite guilty about the tabloid wrapped up in my jacket. Ooh. New tips unlocked! The Hinamizawa Dam Project Special Tabloid Report. Save. We'll go a little longer today. I don't want to go too long. Not only for the sake of my voice, but because my grandma's going to be visiting sometime. I don't know when, but yeah. Alright, let's check these tips out. The Hinamizawa Dam Project. That damn project. October 1975. Wait, when does the game actually take place? I forgot already. Anyways, In accordance with the Prime Minister's Bulletin Number, Hinamizawa's electrical development master plan was announced. The vast scope of the project, Hinamizawa Dam, was to have an incredibly heavy impact on the village of Hinamizawa. The area to be flooded by the Hinamizawa Dam would include the 5 areas of Hinamizawa, Takatsuro, Kyotsu, Matsumoto, and Yagochi. The submerged area would include 291 houses, population 1,251, 1 elementary school, 1 middle school, 1 post office, 1 what the fuck? 1 agricultural cooperative, 1 forestry department lumberyard, 5 shrines, 2 temples, and 1 fishery. All of these communal, cultural, agricultural areas and places of worship were to be indefinitely submerged at the bottom of the artificial lake basin. Forsaking the hundreds of years our ancestors poured their blood, sweat, and sweat into this fertile, resource-rich land was just too painful to bear. Hi, I'm not a bot! Hi. All the residents having homes that were to be submerged banded together and created the Onigafuchi Guardians. The dam project was halted and petitions to alter the plan were circulated. Do we have the brain power for this? You mean for Higurashi in general? My brain is so powerful you don't even know. Citizens sought peaceful negotiations, but the government and its puppet company, Meh, openly refused, performing unspeakable heinous acts that quashed the democratic actions of the villagers. But the villagers did not falter. Instead, they banded together even more closely and steeled their resolve to protect their homes to the death. Can I read that? I forgot what this first one even is. Okay, anyways. The continuation of that frightening Hinamizawa Dam construction project is still stalled as of today. The villagers understand that the stalling was caused by sublime power through unity, and they understand that this fearsome plan has not yet been fully withdrawn. The Onigafuchi Guardians have been dissolved after it did its part. Had been dissolved after it did its part, but the feelings of unity it garnered have not yet been extinguished. As long as that passion resides in the hearts of the residents, they'll be able to confront whomever next decides to sink their homes into a lake basin. Onigafuchi Guardians Committee Chairman, Kiichiro Kimiyoshi. Okay. Special tabloid report! I feel like how I just wasn't able to remember the date that this game takes place in, I feel like maybe I need to start taking just a couple notes here and there. I took some notes on my own because I just come from playing Umineko where I took so many notes, and so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take so many notes, you don't even know. Okay, I can't save in these. I'll have a quick look through my notes up to this point that I had, and just get some of the relevant ones together, and I'll start taking some new notes. Not a lot, but just like, you know, important dates. Yeah. I've played the first 2 chapters of this already. Of Higurashi, but we're going again from the start. I won't be discussing anything that happens in those, like, that we haven't seen in the stream so far. And yeah, I have played Umineko. But also no spoilers for that, because, yeah. Anyways. Nightmare befalls the Hinamizawa Dam. Lynching and murder/dismemberment. On day of month in Prefecture at the Hinamizawa Dam construction worksite in Shishibone City, a bone-chillingly gruesome murder/dismemberment. Even though this case has shocked the archipelago, the police will give no details on the case. Exactly what happened at the Hinamizawa Dam? They probably didn't mean to kill him at first, but as the victim resisted by swinging around a shovel, the rest of the perpetrators armed themselves in return, and it quickly escalated to homicide. So said the aforementioned investigator A. After this bloody tragedy was over, and they were left with a body which nobody could have mistaken as alive. Mir-san had tormented the suspects daily with his rough behavior. At first, it was meant to be payback. All the perpetrators were horrified by their deed, and one even turned himself in to the police. It was the de facto leader of this group, Meh, who suggested hiding the body. Reluctantly at first, they soon began to think they did not wish to be caught. The construction site had numerous places to hide the body with 6 people. Yep, they were originally supposed to hide the body and leave the area, but the de facto leader feared that the consciences of the other 5 wouldn't be able to bear the burden, and came up with a horrifying method to keep them from turning him into the police. He devised the heinous method of splitting up the body among them and making each of them responsible for hiding a piece. Meh had turned a simple manslaughter into a gruesome dismemberment and forcibly involved each perpetrator in order to create a sense of unity between them. Each one participated. But what does this mean? Person A spoke out reluctantly. Meh had ordered each and every one of them to dissect a piece for themselves. They were hesitant at first, but nobody refused. In for a penny, in for a pound is what it meant. Thus, an unimaginable bloody ceremony began. All single-player games should be multiplayer in some way. Are you talking about, you know, like just the concept of streaming Higurashi? Are you talking about murdering and then dismembering a body and getting everyone to put like with a separate piece of the body? The perpetrators wept and vomited as they performed the gruesome task. There was one person who stubbornly refused, but Meh threatened them, saying nothing would change if someone else ended up dead, and he gave up in his objections. But Meh's plan collapsed in the span of one night. Yes, we're sticking with XX and that being Meh. Meh, who refused to dissect the corpse until the last moment, had broken down into tears at the hospital where he was being treated for an injury sustained during the scuffle and confessed. The criminals were arrested one after the other, but the de facto leader Meh's whereabouts are still unknown. Also, the right arm hidden by Meh has yet to be found. Despite an ongoing search, this horrible individual has so far managed to elude law enforcement. What could the police be doing? It appears that Meh had said he was going to throw the body, right arm, into the swamp. Meh's car was discovered abandoned near the swamp, but there were no clues to his whereabouts. Meh didn't trust his companions. One cannot deny the possibility that he had expected his companions to confess to the police and used his car as a decoy. Of course, I doubt that theory. Since he has no car, one would expect him to have a limited area to which he could have escaped to. But within the station, there were rumors going around that he had accidentally slipped and drowned in the swamp when he went to throw away the body. To the locals, that swamp is believed to be bottomless. It's known as Onigafuchi, the demon's abyss, and it's said that the bottom of the swamp is connected to the hellish world of demons. You heard it join in old single-player games. That's fair. You know, deciding to stream this game was a battle with myself because it's like, it's so much reading for one person to do. It's like, you know, this should be a multiplayer game. I need multiple people to read this, but I'm enjoying it and it's fine. But yeah, I get that. Playing games that are not multiplayer with other people is fun. Like playing the same game at the same time. That's fun. And the atrocious demon from hell was that Meh. Could it be that he returned to hell through the swamp? The Zijin Dragon! Bring of luck and fortune, prosperous future, ladies leaping into your arms, business success, promotions, ambition, protection from harm, not just with pachinko and horse races, but even business and love. Guaranteed all your money back. Zijin Dragon Bracelet DX, one piece. 27,800 yen. The tone shift. Okay. We'll go like a tiny bit longer. I mean, maybe this would be a good place to stop, but I want to just like get into the visual novel section. Or maybe I don't. Maybe this is a good place. Wait, men fall into my arms. They only care about women. There, I'm not a bot. Okay, actually, I think we are gonna leave it here for today. I think I probably should stop here because when I loaded up the save for this stream, I was like, where the fuck am I? So yeah, thank you all for coming along. I will have to see what I'm working this week, but I think I'm gonna be able to stream on Monday. No, Monday then Tuesday. If Monday, then maybe also Tuesday. We'll see, we'll see. So yeah, have a good day or night everywhere, and I'll see you in the next stream. Bye bye!